A few years ago, you could hear just 5 seconds of a K-pop song and instantly know it was K-pop. The dramatic intros, the weird beat switches, the risky concepts, the unforgettable choruses. Every comeback felt like an event. But now, a lot of fans, even hardcore K-pop fans, have started saying the same thing. Why does everything sound the same now? And honestly, they might have a point, because modern K-pop feels very different from what it used to be. Not necessarily worse, not necessarily better, just different. And the reason why goes way deeper than people think. K-pop used to feel unpredictable. Groups had stronger identities. You could instantly tell the difference between groups because each one had a unique sound, concept, and image. K-pop groups weren't just following trends, they were creating them. One comeback could be dark and theatrical, the next could feel experimental and chaotic. And somehow, it worked. Songs were packed with strange transitions, unexpected melodies, layered production, and hooks that stayed in your brain for weeks. Even people who didn't like K-pop admitted one thing: it sounded different. But today, many songs feel safer, shorter intros, simpler structures, more English lyrics, more repetitive choruses, and one big reason for that is globalization. K-pop is no longer targeting only Korea. Now it's targeting everyone: the US market, TikTok audiences, Spotify playlists, casual listeners who may hear only 15 seconds of a song before deciding to skip it. So companies started adapting. Songs became easier to understand internationally. Hooks became shorter and catchier. Choruses became designed for clips, edits, and dance challenges. Because today, a viral TikTok moment can matter more than the full song itself. And that completely changed how music gets made. Back then, fans waited for full performances. Now, companies wait for clips to trend. Think about how many recent K-pop songs have a TikTok part. You know exactly what I mean. That one dance move, that one repeated lyric, that one section clearly designed for short-form content. Sometimes the entire song feels built around those few seconds. And when every company starts chasing the same algorithm, the music slowly starts sounding more similar. Not because idols became less talented, but because the industry itself changed. Fast content wins now, catchy beats win now, replay value matters more than musical risk. And risky music doesn't always go viral. Another reason modern K-pop feels overwhelming is the number of groups debuting constantly. There are so many new groups now that fans barely have time to emotionally connect with one before another appears. Years ago, each debut felt bigger. Now it sometimes feels endless. New survival shows, new agencies, new concepts, new groups every few months. And because competition is insane, many companies play it safe. Instead of creating unique sounds, they follow whatever trend is already working. If easy listening songs trend, everyone does easy listening. If Y2K concepts trend, suddenly everybody is doing Y2K. If Afrobeat inspired sounds trend, now everyone wants that too. The industry moves faster than ever before. But sometimes, faster also means less memorable. And maybe that's why older K-pop eras feel more iconic to many fans. Not because everything was objectively better, there were still weak songs back then too, but older generations often took more creative risks. Some songs sounded completely insane on first listen and later became legendary. Now, many songs are designed to be instantly digestible because streaming culture rewards immediate reactions. If a song doesn't hook listeners instantly, people move on in seconds. So companies optimize music for speed, fast hooks, fast replayability, fast virality. Everything became faster, even fandom culture. But here's the interesting part. Fans constantly complain that K-pop has changed. Yet the same songs dominating charts are usually the safest ones, which creates a weird cycle. Fans say they want originality, but the algorithm rewards familiarity. Companies follow data, data follows trends, and trends eventually start blending together. That's why many fans miss older K-pop, not just because of nostalgia, but because older K-pop felt less predictable. You never knew what was coming next. And honestly, K-pop losing some uniqueness might be the price of becoming global, because the bigger the audience becomes, the safer the industry usually gets. But at the same time, there are still groups experimenting. There are still producers trying new sounds. There are still creative concepts out there. You just have to search harder now. Because modern K-pop isn't dead, it's evolving. Some people love the new direction. Others miss the chaos and originality of older generations. And maybe both sides are right. But one thing is undeniable. K-pop today is no longer just music. It's content, it's branding, it's algorithms, it's virality, it's global marketing. And that completely changed the sound of the industry forever. So maybe the real question isn't, is K-pop worse now? Maybe the real question is, was K-pop always going to change the moment it became global?